Top 5 Best Nail Guns in 2020. Number 5. Bostitch HP118K. Not only is the Bostitch HP118K compactor and lightweight, it's also tough enough to take the abuse from a busy cabinetry shop or job site. The pneumatic Bostitch HP118K accepts a range of pin lengths from 1/2 to 1 3/16 inches, making it great for the DIY user who just wants a nice solid pin nailer to keep in the garage. I use this 23-gauge pin nailer in my days working in a residential cabinetry shop, and really can't praise it enough. It's incredibly light and honestly a lot of fun to use. Because pin nailers are used for delicate tasks using small pieces of wood, accuracy is very important. The Bostitch HP118K is designed specifically for this kind of precision, featuring a thin, tapered nose that lets you see exactly where your pin is going. I've had to use pin nailers with broader noses that didn't allow for this kind of accuracy, and was more likely to split the wood piece and force me to start all over. The Bostitch HP118K gives you even more control by making it simple to adjust the amount of air pressure coming from the compressor. Different tasks and wood types can require more or less power, so this feature is great for dialing in exactly how much PSI you need. To prevent accidentally damaging your project, I would definitely suggest testing your nailer on a piece of scrap wood while you find the correct power setting. One drawback of the Bostitch HP118K is that it uses a double trigger to prevent accidental firing, instead of the tip depression mechanism of most other nailers. Tip depression mechanisms will only allow the gun to fire when it is firmly pressed against the wood it's firing into. Since the gun knows it's pressed against wood, allows you to pull the trigger. So, if you're just walking around with the gun and accidentally pull the trigger, you won't shoot a nail through your foot. Pin nailers, on the other hand, like the Bostitch HP118K, don't have this feature. Since they're so often used on delicate projects, pressing the nose against the wood would damp and damage it. Instead, a safety trigger must be squeezed, and then the firing trigger in front of it fires the gun. It can be easy to accidentally squeeze both triggers when grabbing this gun off the workbench or the ground, and firing a pin into the air. As long as you're careful, this isn't a big deal, but something to consider if you have small kids around. Pros: accurate, durable, lightweight, affordable. Cons: requires air compressor, easy to accidentally discharge, coming in number 4. Metabo NR90AES1. The Metabo NR90AES1 framing nailer is a rugged workhorse that is simple to use, easy to disassemble, and made to last. If you walked onto a commercial job site today, chances are you'd see a lot of framing carpenters using Metabo nailers. Professionals need a reliable tool that's going to get the job done, and the pneumatic Metabo NR90AES1 delivers. It's built like a tank, and at only 7.5 pounds, is easy to hold for extended periods of time, great for those all-day flooring and framing projects. The Metabo NR90AES1 has an open nose piece for quick jam clearing, although I used this gun on and off for over a year and only had a few jams. The two-piece design of the nail magazine makes it easy to take apart, letting you reload quickly and get back to work. The Metabo NR90AES1 easily switches from sequential to bump firing, thanks to its selection activation switch, conveniently located next to the trigger. This makes it really simple to go back and forth between firing modes as you work. Toe-nailing, shooting a nail at an angle, is an important technique for anchoring vertical wall studs to the horizontal support beam. It can be a little tricky to hold a nailer at the correct angle, but the Metabo NR90AES1 makes toe-nailing a breeze, thanks to its large teeth that dig into the wood, steadying the gun while you shoot. I've used other nailers with less aggressive teeth, and it can get frustrating when the tip keeps sliding on the wood instead of digging into it. This is even more of an issue when you're positioned at an awkward angle, or on top of a ladder. Metabo products were previously sold under the Hitachi name. I had my concerns about these new products being lower quality than the great Hitachi products, but they are made in the same factory, by the same people, and I have seen nothing to suggest that the quality has been lowered in any way. Pros: minimal nose piece makes it easier to see nail placement, durable metal body, very powerful. Cons: does not include a protective storage case, lacks rafter hook for hanging, coming in number 3. DeWalt D51257K. When it comes to interior finish carpentry, the precision and accuracy of the lightweight DeWalt D51257K make it a great choice. Unlike framing nailers, finish nailers are used on more delicate, visible pieces of wood, so a no-mar tip is essential. The pneumatic DeWalt D51257K features an effective, low-profile rubber pad that protects your wood, and also provides a nice little bit of friction to keep the tip from sliding around. This comes in really handy when dealing with thin pieces of trim that can split if you don't hit them in just the right spot. What I really love about the DeWalt D51257K is how balanced it feels in your hand. Its handle is wrapped in a solid rubber grip, and combined with its lightweight 3.9 pounds, the DeWalt D51257K is comfortable to maneuver and operate. A small feature that makes a big difference is the integrated belt hook on the bottom of the DeWalt D51257K. Instead of having to set down your gun every time you have to find more nails, or place a piece of trim, you just hang it on your belt and it's ready when you need it. I have always been impressed with the reliability of the DeWalt D51257K, and have probably had only 5 or 6 nail jams over the years. Even those times it did jam, the DeWalt D51257K was easy to get back in action. You just pop the front open and clear it right out. The DeWalt D51257K only has a sequential trigger, so no bump mode, but with most finish work you're not really moving fast enough to need one. The DeWalt D51257K uses 16 gauge nails between 1 to 2.5 inches, making ideal for base trim, crown molding, window casing, or door frames. Pros: 360-degree adjustable exhaust, 3-year warranty, tool-free depth adjustment. Cons: no bump mode, plastic components decrease durability, coming in number 2. Porter cable PCC 790 law. The battery-powered Porter cable PCC 790 law features a multitude of color-coded wheels, lights, and switches to make it super simple to use. The best thing about the battery-powered Porter cable PCC 790 law is that even though it's a great choice for seasoned professionals, it's user-friendly enough for a total beginner. If you're intimidated or unsure about using a nail gun, the Porter cable PCC 790 law goes overboard, making the specifics of its operation as straightforward and unambiguous as possible. Unlike other nailers that require a separate tool to adjust the firing depth, the Porter cable PCC 790 law features a bright red adjustment wheel, and a separate window shows you exactly where you're at. To make things even easier, a handy little diagram is printed on the side of the unit. Its 20-volt lithium-ion battery makes it even easier to use, eliminating the need for noisy air compressors and annoying air hoses. Usually I would recommend purchasing a spare battery, but the runtime of the Porter cable PCC 790 law is pretty impressive, and since it only takes about 30 minutes to charge up again, it should be enough for most people. Plus, if you already own other Porter cable tools, you can use their batteries as well. A set of LEDs on the front of the unit illuminate your workspace, so you can pinpoint your nail exactly where you want it. These work lights also alert you of any errors with the machine. By blinking in different sequences, it lets you know exactly what the issue is, whether it's a low battery or jam brad. Pros: integrated belt hook, relatively quiet operation. Cons: no storage case, somewhat heavier than compressor-powered models, coming in number 1. Bostitch F21PL. The Bostitch F21PL is relatively lightweight and easy to handle, while still providing the power necessary for all heavy-duty framing tasks. If you're looking for an all-around nailer that can reliably secure lumber for framing, The pneumatic Bostitch F21PL could be just what you're looking for. Thanks to its magnesium body, it weighs only 8.1 pounds, and is rugged enough to stand up to tough job site conditions. My favorite characteristic of the Bostitch F21PL is the fact that, in addition to wood, it can also be used on metal joist connectors. These connectors need to be nailed to the lumber through small holes, a job that standard nailers don't really have the accuracy for. Typically you would need a specialized nail gun for this job, but the Bostitch F21PL features a positive placement attachment that sets the tip of the gun squarely in the connector hole for accurate firing. The magazine of the Bostitch F21PL holds 60 plastic-coated framing nails, from 2 to 3.5 inches long, or 60 metal connector nails. The teeth on the Bostitch F21PL are nice and chunky, great for digging into wood while toenailing. The trigger of the Bostitch F21PL offers both sequential and bump settings. Sequential firing means that every time you pull the trigger, one nail is shot out. Bump firing means that as long as you are holding down the trigger, a nail is fired every time you bump the nose of the gun against the wood. Bump firing lets you shoot a lot of nails in a short amount of time, and tends to be easier on your hand as well. It's a bit bulkier than some models, but the Bostitch F21PL has a really solid, balanced feel to it, making it comfortable to use on those long work days. Pros: trusted brand, 1-year full warranty, tool-less depth adjustment, integrated hook for hanging when not in use. Con: nowhere to store the positive placement attachment when not in use, large and somewhat bulky.